as we slide in the G-Ride. I've been getting criticized as keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that, but that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The Broncos 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
It's Williams on the catch. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball on the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 27. They run with a rookie from 4. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's got room. of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys, but in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college, hard won't work so well in the NFL.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Yeah, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up the head of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Mills. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding you up.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have moved out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Texans 14, Broncos 7.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take over first down at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They try the left side here with Williams. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be up to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Mills from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So first and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Mills to throw it. And that one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Play action. It's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hand off right side to Pierce. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Wilson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force.
And he's going to go down again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's returnable now for Smith. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Finding space at the 40. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw is Mills. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mills. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
run here with Pierce. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the second down is the time you go play.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Dameon Pierce with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Mills on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Mills. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Mills. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Going for it with Pierce. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The 71 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Broncos 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Broncos take over 1st down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They go play action with Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Able to get this to Patrick. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing now is Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And some room to work. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on third. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener, 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Pierce now up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mills. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This will be from 53 for the win. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And the Texans are going to win the football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the